Hello, this is simply entering. Sorry, I want to say my old name, but and we're coming to you from Columbia, Pennsylvania, specifically over here at the um, Mount Bethel Cemetery. Oh, sorry, back up. I'm going to be talking about all these people that are buried here. Start doing the walking tour. They have a walking tour that you can do by yourself, self-guided. Interesting to read the information that's, you know, on here about each person when the wind is blowing, and I'm trying to film at the same time doing this. So I'm going to be holding my camera and then reading about each person's. So this, hey, it's settling down. Come on, thank you. Stay. This cottage was built in 1868. So this is the caretaker's home of the cemetery. I'm not sure if it's actively used as a caretaker's home. I don't think so. I think it's now the meeting room, meeting house for the association that takes care of the Mount Bethel Cemetery, the organization, excuse me. And apparently they still are selling burial plots and cremation services here as well. So right here, there's showing some of the history of this place, beautiful place. And then right there, you could shows you different grave markers, and right here. So this is right here a map of the burying grounds, and they have it by denomination as well. I didn't realize that they have denominational plots here as well from back in 1905. And there's stuff here. I think this is. I'm not sure if this is what this stuff is. I know they have tours and stuff going on as well. Your phone is ringing. They have guided walking tours here as well. And we'll have a nice look around. It starts right here at the cottage. Then it's that monument right there, the Wolf Monument is the next one. Then from there, we have to head that down that way, I think. See, I'm following the map. See how it goes? You go by that, and then you walk around the whole cemetery at some point to each of the spots where all these people are buried at. Yeah, see, it's self-guided. You do it yourself. They do have guided tours too here as well, but that's only when they have like other special events. But I'm gonna see. Oh, Mifflin is here. I didn't know that. Sonneteer.
See, it slows down.
And then it picks up again. Yeah, this is gonna be tough to do because I don't have my fuzzy meat. I knew I should have grabbed my fuzzy meatball just in case. That's what I call it. My Purple Panda mic that I could plug in here and then clip it on, and then you can hear me talk over the wind and stuff like that. It blocks a little bit of the wind here. I don't want to speak too loud where everybody hears me throughout the whole thing. I mean, it's up to you if you want to walk along or not. as I'm doing this, but I can do it really. I don't know how quick it's going to be, but I also want to go to the other event too at the that it's a one-room schoolhouse right there. Let me see if this will work. If I fold it the other way, and I hear train, and it's down by Columbia Crossing. That's a big plus.
We're doing okay, but I was wondering if you would want to pick up Brian and take him down. He can't walk right now.
So we're going to continue our tour here, and let's see if I find it. First of all, I'm trying to follow the map here. So we went up that way, and we're supposed to go somewhere over here. Let's see if I find it. And it is in this area that it's supposed to be at, I think. I didn't realize I was looking for this thing right here. So this is the what's known as the white metal monument, and belongs to John George Smith. So let me get a picture of that. It's made of white bronze, almost pure zinc, produced between 1874 and 1914. Very rare. Okay, that's number. So then 4. Let me see how this goes now. Like I said, I'm following the map here. So if I get a little shakiness, you'll know why. So we have to go, and of course it has to be a windy day on top of that. So now we're heading to number 4. I think that might be it right there. Yeah, the Lockard Mausoleum. Yeah, there's the Lockard. Oh, sorry, that's my map blowing off my hand while I'm trying to take a picture of the mausoleum. So this is the William Fordney Lockard. Rose from humble beginnings as an indentured child, farmhand, canal boat runner, and railroad worker to the highest levels of Pennsylvania Railroad Administration. So there's the Lockard. There's the Lockard Mausoleum. And now we're gonna go this way, and it should be up here in the middle of this field. Is another one. I bet it's that one over there, I'm sure. So it's right here, and you turn up this way. So right up here from the mausoleum, you turn down this way, and I'm wondering if it's that big spire over there. We're going to the next location, which is, hopefully, if I can get this map. Sorry, because I'm trying to hold the map with one hand and film with the other. Oh wow. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of flags here. Oh, okay, we're here already. So this is right here where all these flags are at, right here. These are known as the 38 Civil War veterans are right here. So we're, okay, and then we're going, yeah. So these are the 38, as you can see, all the flags, and the headstones are hard to see, but how do you know? Because down there they have the GAR badges, the Grand Army of the Republic badges. That's Civil War. So a lot of the headstones are kind of worn away, so you can't tell their names or yeah. No, they have them. Okay, never mind. So they have, I was looking at the back side of it, so there's their names and what units they were part of. They were local soldiers. So I'm gonna just show you some of the flags as well. And then, like I said, some of them, as you can see, they're very illegible. You can't see anymore. They're worn down so badly. You can only see a date on this one. This one's not too bad. He was with the 177th Regiment. PV is Pennsylvania Volunteers. So we're going to move on to our next location, which is from here. Now I got to figure it out. So from here, it's got to be down that way, right? So we're just gonna, I guess you're supposed to cross through the field here, according to the map here, because I'm following this map here as well. So we cut across from the plots here, and so there it is. We actually walked right by it. And if you can see the badge at the top corner, Jacob Rich was one of the men who torched the Columbia-Wrightsville Bridge on June 28, 1863. So if you know anything about local history and Civil War history, this is one of the 4 men that was responsible for torching the 1 mile long bridge that went across the Susquehanna River from Wrightsville here to Columbia to prevent the Confederates from crossing and gaining access to Harrisburg. Awesome. So maybe we'll find the remaining 3 from here. So we did walk by it. So that was Jacob Rich. Okay, next one is, where do we go? So now we go up around this way, and we're gonna pretty much go back around almost to the mausoleum, where we're gonna walk by the mausoleum over there and check out the next 2. But it is an interesting cemetery. That's definitely the Kaufman plot right here. And are we here yet already? I think, yeah, right here. That's the next one. So interesting enough, I stopped right here and we were coming here anyway. So this is the Kaufman family plot right here, as you can see. And specifically, we're concentrating on Christian Schumann Kaufman, buried in the only underground vault in Mount Bethel. Involved in mercantile trade, he purchased the Cordelia furnace near Columbia. He was engaged in the iron business over 40 years. And then there's another one right next to it. Who is it? Number 8 is probably this one next door. Yep, Denney. So right next to it is the Denney family plot. And the party that we're talking about is John Q. Denney, which is right up here on the top of the monument, as you can see. Sorry. And I forgot to get a picture of the monument, so I'm gonna have to walk back and get Jacobs as well, really quick. I'm gonna back up here carefully and tell you about John Q. Denney. So masterful were Denney's mechanical abilities that he was sought after by Columbia's many commercial leaders to keep their manufacturing business running efficiently. Selected by Robert Crane to set the charges on the mile-long covered wooden bridge. Bless you. Spanning the Susquehanna River on Sunday, June 28, 1863, preventing the Confederates from marching into Lancaster County. So we just left the Kaufman, and I'm kind of trying to show you how to get to each of the locations. There are 22 locations we're going to cover, hopefully, in this video. So I'm going to walk you through the cemetery so you have an idea where kind of everything is at. So we are now, yeah, it does a very interesting path, and sorry for the wind. For some reason today it's a very windy day. I'm not sure why it's so windy today. Okay, hold on, make sure I'm on the right path here. Okay, yeah. Normally we had walked right by it, and this is known as the Old Brickyard Burial. And why it is important, you say? You'll find out shortly. And they have this nice little path. But as you can see, I can see why they call them the Brickyard. And the importance of this is that a few famous folks from the town are buried here, obviously. Namely, which is hard to see according to these, the tops of these, but these are the founders of the town. John Wright, Susanna Wright, James Wright, Robert, well, they're the ones that founded, let me see. So right here, I think it's only these that have the brick vaults, as they call them. So right here, all these brick vaults are the founders of the town. It's hard to see the names a little bit because they're from the rain beating down on them and all that. It's I can't see the name too well. Darn it. But they may not be the ones too. I see a lot of different names, but so John Wright, he and his family came to Pennsylvania in 1714. He was a Quaker minister and a merchant. He served in the Pennsylvania Assembly and was one of the first judges in Lancaster County. Susanna, John's daughter, was a highly accomplished poet and literary woman, friend of Benjamin Franklin, raised silkworm, and served as a physician and advisor to a fellow settlers. Oh my gosh, can't read. James Wright, John's son, only child born in America, a farmer and merchant, served as a representative of the Pennsylvania Assembly with his father. Robert Barber, a farmer and large landholder, who was named the first sheriff of the new county of Lancaster, or Lancaster Review. And then also James Blunston, a can't get my words out, a land surveyor of considerable wealth, who was appointed recorder of land transactions of Pennsylvania's western frontier, close friend and business partner of the Wrights. John Houston Mifflin owned the land where Mount Bethel is now located, the father of Dr. Houston Mifflin and Lloyd Mifflin. Dr. Houston Mifflin, physician and surgeon, he was president of Mount Bethel Cemetery Board for 47 years. Lloyd Mifflin, known as America's greatest sonneteer, landscape painter of Susquehanna scenes. Thomas Bowd, Revolutionary War captain and brevet major. Lumber merchant who gave Stephen Smith his freedom and assisted him in establishing a lumber business with William Whipper. William Campbell carved his own tombstone out of slate, the earliest legible marker in Mount Bethel, dated 1745. Reginald Wright Kaufman, Harvard graduate and writer of numerous works of fiction and Hollywood film screenplays. Miss Catherine Ross Claiborne, daughter of General James Ross and granddaughter of George Ross, the signer of the Declaration of Independence. And Christian Brenneman, the first chief burgess or mayor of Columbia in 1814. So all these folks are buried along right here on the old brick yard. So nearby on the next person is just up the road here, I believe. Let's see where from here. So it should be, according to this, right here to the right of this bend. I don't know, I wonder if it's supposed to be, that's what I'm trying to figure out here by the map. Maybe we'll find him along here somewhere. He's right here along the edge there from there, not too far. I'm going to pause you. So we found Reginald Kehoe. He's the founder of the Reginald Kehoe all-girl marimba band that entertained audiences in the U.S. and Canada during the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. Alrighty. So we found Reginald Kehoe. He was close by, actually. We again walked right by it again. So, like I said, there's the what's called the old brickyard, and Reginald, just to give you an idea where it's at, he's right here by the Green Drive sign here. Same row, you see the keyholes right there. He's the second one right there, just to give you an idea. And then we're going to continue on. And now we got to figure out where we're supposed to go now from this point. So according to this, there's that point. No, there's the point over there. I'm trying to figure that out here. Where is you at? So according to this, yes, I think we have to kind of walk right. Oh, I am looking for William Linkus. So according to this, from his, Okay, so if you're at the Green Drive sign, you just walk straight down, according to this, down this way. Ow, sorry, there was a... So we found William Lincus. He's actually right before, like 2 or 3 rows before the section K marker. I hope you can hear me over the wind. It's a really windy day. He has this little pinwheel and the flag, William Chick Lincus. Give you more information about him. Sorry, I hope you can hear me. He was a first lieutenant in the Air Force, Korean War veteran, member of Mount Bethel Cemetery Board of Directors. And then I believe the next person should be Cochran, Lieutenant Cochran, which is close by here as well. I don't know if it's this. I don't think if he, that it? I don't think he's this far back. Let me see if he's any of these. No, these are the grabs. So he should be, according to the map, close by, mid in K, so he might be over a few over too. Let me see. Don't. What name is there? Nope. Shirley. No. That's Steinman. So we found Lieutenant Richard Cochran, and unfortunately part of the monument has fallen down. It was an obelisk, as you can tell, that was right above and would have stood pretty high up there. So Lieutenant Cochran was a second lieutenant in the Mexican War, serving under General Zachary Taylor, future president. Died in the Battle of Resaca de la Palma, leading a charge. His body was disinterred and returned here to Colombia because he was a native here. So, and as you can see it right here on the monument, it says it. He is a lieutenant of the 4th Regiment United States Infantry who fell at the head of his command in the hour of victory at the Battle of Resaca de la Palma, Texas, May 9th, 1846. So from where I was, from the Lincus, General Lincus is, okay, if this is the monument. If you look over there, just right behind Gerfin, over there, if you can see it, the monument of Gerfin is where First Lieutenant Lincus is over there with the little pinwheel spinning around right there. He's right over there. So that way you have an idea where to look at when you come, if you come and do this tour yourself. Again, it is a self-guided tour. So now we're gonna follow the path. And by the path, I mean this path right here right along where you see this bench is at, and it leads to this open thing. This is the path that's described. Let's see if I can get the map up. But the wind is blowing really bad today. I hope you can even hear me. Come on. So, sorry, the wind is really bad today for some reason. I mean, it's a beautiful day, but unfortunately, it's not letting me show you the map because of the wind. So, okay, we are right along this path, and we are at, well, we just left number 12, and we're gonna head to 13, which should be probably right at that spot right there, I'm sure. Let me see what's the next. The next one is Jacob Mathiot. So Jacob Mathiot is right here somewhere. Let's hope I don't miss him. He's here in section L. He's right here in section L, right just before here. Let's see. Father. Yep, right here. That's him. So we weren't too far. We're right here on section L. You're not in the shot, don't worry. So there's Jacob Mathiot. He was a lumber merchant and veteran of the War of 1812. As you can see right there, there's the badge, General Society of the War of 1812. So he was fought in the War of 1812. See if I can get a better picture. I don't know if the lighting is well enough for it, but so that's Jacob Mathiot. And then the next place is the Potter's Field. So according to this, so you would, from Mathiot's, this is section L, and Mathiot is right there at the corner of this open area right here. And as you can see how bad the wind is blowing, and you probably can't hear me too well. So right here is this little open area, probably for the veterans, to honor the veterans, because you can see a lot of stuff here. So it's right there, and he's right here at the corner. So then we are supposed to go, because the path would have gone straight through where that little courtyard here is right there. So you go, just walk around to the, we're gonna walk around this makeshift path around that memorial area, as you can see right there. Then we're gonna come by, and we're gonna go almost to the end here. And then there's section M. So you follow, and it's clearly marked where we're going. But there is several people here, buried here, what's known as the Potter's Field. And anyone knows what a Potter's Field really is. It's usually what's used for the people that weren't claimed by their family members, is what I'm understanding originally. But here at the Potter's Field is buried Clifford Edmond, Jacob Miller, Sylvester Burrell, and 22 other colored troops. Oh, wow. So U.S. colored troop soldiers are buried here. Wow. Sylvester Burrell was part of the 54th Mass. He's a Civil War veteran. So they're all along in this area. So I don't know how difficult it would be to find each and every one of them here, because it's not exactly marked the locations of all of them. But let's see. Let me see what we can find. There's a lot of. There's Jacob Miller. Jacob Miller is Where his remains are interred is not known. A memorial stone has been placed for Miller, a black man and one of the 5 men who burned the Columbia-Wrightsville Bridge on June 28, 1863. So he was one of the 4 members. We already saw the first one, but they're not sure where he's actually buried, but they did a memorial stone here for him. He's buried among here too. So here's one of the. So the next one would be Clifford Edmond, if we can find him. But like I said, I don't know if I'm going to look carefully. Actually buried right next to Jacob Miller, and I wasn't paying attention. So he was a Vietnam War veteran, member of the Mount Bethel Cemetery Board, researcher for the Potter's Field. So he found out where this was originally. This part of the cemetery was at. Sylvester Burrell would be the next one. So he would probably have a flag on his. So we'll check all these. See if we can find Sylvester Burrell. Because he was a member of the 54th Mass. Oh, this one was, oh, wait a moment. There was also another member of the 54th Mass right here too. Wow. Andrew Wade? He's not mentioned here, but there's Andrew Wade, a member of the 54th Mass, as you can see. It's hard to see because there's a pipe, but I'm going to put it over here at this angle so you can see it. He was a member of the 54th Mass. His flag is missing. Nope, there's nothing on this side. So again, he is a member, another member of the 54th. That famous movie, I know the name of the movie, I can't think, Glory. So the famous movie Glory was based about the attack by the 54th Mass. Oh, there he is, right here. There you go. So they made a newer headstone for him, and I'm not sure if that's a brother. Oh no, it is him. This is his original stone right here. Sylvester Burrell. He was with the 54th Mass, and then they created a new modern one for him, as well as for Henry Parker over there. He also served all these gentlemen right here, John Stotts, Henry Parker, and Sylvester Burrell, served with the 54th Mass in the Civil War. So we found, and there are 22, a lot of these are also members of the 54th as well, that served during the Civil War with the U.S. colored troops. Let me see what this guy is over here really quick. So again, we're in the Potter's Field section. This is the Cherry Street. No, he wasn't with the 54. No, he wasn't with the 54th either, but it's great to see all these members of the oh wow. Benjamin Swigart served in the Spanish-American War. Wow. What? So according to the map, it says we're kind of supposed to cut across here to the next location. And we're supposed to go 3 rows in here into the middle circle here. 3 or 4 rows in, let me see. From the Potter's Field, so just to give you an idea, we just left. Let me see if the wind, while it's we just left there, and we're cutting across right here to the middle part, to that circle part right there, if you can see it. Somewhere in here is the next location. Samuel Evans and Lillian Slaymaker Evans. So it might be one of these big ones, for all we know. So there's the middle. I believe that's section A right here. So let me look. From there, I think we have to go down this way somewhere. So I'm panning to show you. There's the big mausoleum in the middle. So we're looking for Slaymaker Evans. But I'm not sure exactly where. Come on. So there's the middle circle right there, as I call it. If you're looking at the map, you'd be looking at right there. We're in the A plot section. So we are probably about where we should. Nope, not quite. Wouldn't be surprised if it's that big mausoleum. But it's, according to this, it's close to the middle here, what I'm looking for. There's Bethel Street up there. I got to figure out where I'm looking for here. Okay, from there, we should be close by. Give you an idea. So that's Bethel Street, and then it continues off to the side here as well. Let me look over here. Coming from the Potter's Field, which is up that way, we're here in the inner circle, and we found both Samuel and Lillian here, Evans, Lillian Slaymaker Evans. As you can see, her plaque here. And Samuel was a captain in the Civil War, co-author and editor of Ellis and Evans' History of Lancaster County, published in 1883. And then if you turn to the right from them, here is the other interesting, very interesting tomb of Anne Wolfe. And she's just notable for an uncommon tombstone, like it says on the paper here. So from Anne Wolfe, which is right here, and just right down from the Evans. Evans is that nice stone right there. The three stones right there are the Evans. And then if you come right down this row right here, you'll find the Anne Wolfe gravestone. And then right from there, if you turn right over there, where that, not the first flag here is, where the second flag is over there, you can walk in between here. We'll find the next location. And what you're hearing is me trying to undo the map so we can walk and see where we're coming now. So this is the tomb of Brigadier General Thomas Welch. So Thomas Welch, served in the Mexican War under General Zachary Taylor as a third sergeant and was wounded in the Battle of Buena Vista. Although lame from his wound, he returned to the military when the Civil War erupted and was eventually promoted to Brigadier General in 1862. So, from Thomas Welch, you're just going to walk on the path right here to the next location. And it's right down here nearby. And the next one is let's see, because it's right on the seam here. So let me see if it's according to this 18, stop number 18 should be right here somewhere, but let me see. Unless it's that big it could be this mausoleum, but I'm not sure. Let me see what the map says, and it's going to be hard to read it because it's right on the seam of the map. Okay. Yep, it's the mausoleum. I had a feeling. So it's this big old mausoleum, and I'm going to walk around it because there are 3 families that are buried here. So this is the Ryder, Craig, and Greg. Members of these 3 families intermarried. Remains of Civil War physician Alexander Craig rests here. So this is the final resting place of Civil War physician Alexander Craig. So here it is. And like I said, we just walked around from right over there, that white above ground tomb was the Thomas Welch, Brigadier Thomas Welch's grave. So you just walk down the path here, and right here is the mausoleum. We are gonna continue the rest of the tour. So from the front of the mausoleum, where I was just at, you can walk right this way, and this is section D right here. Wow, look at that. Oh wow, don't tell me this whole family was lost in the Civil War or something. These are the Sneefs, but it's not who we were looking for, but interesting. Wow. This is the Sneef family plot right here as well. So we are looking for number 19. From there, I'm trying to see, walking back onto the path, there's the There's the mausoleum. What the world? So then we'll walk, and I'm going to show you where I'm following at. I'm going to number 19. So we are right here at this point. So it should be right around here somewhere. Number 19. Oh no. Actually, did I pass it already? So there's the point. A little bit after the point, we should find where we're looking for. So it should be right. Oh, there it is. Never mind. I found it already. There it is. It's right along here. And here is so this is the grave of Robert Crane. He was recruited by John Q. Denney, Jacob Rich, and John Lockard, and Jacob Miller to set the charges to destroy a few spans of the mile-long covered wooden bridge spanning the Susquehanna River on June 28, 1863. So he was also one of the 4 or 5 members that were responsible for the burning of the Columbia Wrightsville Bridge to prevent the Confederates from crossing. And he wasn't from here originally. He was born in Jersey Shore, PA, and died in Philadelphia. But I guess because he was one of the members that was responsible for that, he is now buried here at Mount Bethel Cemetery in Columbia, Pennsylvania. So much history in these local towns. And we are going to head over from here. So again, there's the Richter, Craig, and Gregg mausoleum. So all I did was walk around right up here and then come down. You see the split where so if you're coming down this way, you would take the right split, not the left. But then it's right here. And from right here, we are going to basically go almost straight across to number 20, which is, I call this the big bean as on the map. If you can see it, there's what I call the big bean, which is section D. And then there's a little bean, as I call it, that doesn't have a number, but I believe it's also part of D as well. So we're going to go straight across here to the, okay. Oh, right here. It's right here to the Daniel, and it's not too far again. There's the Richter, so you can also do the loop and follow the map, or come down this way from the, come down this way, and there's the Detweiler, Daniel Detweiler, and that's his beautiful statue of a woman pointing up and a star on her head. Co-founder of the First National Bank of Columbia with his brother Solomon in 1864. So right near the end of the Civil War. Okay, and from there, this is stop number 20. We're gonna walk down this way, trying to give you an idea of how to do the actual self-guided tour so you can find them. But if you want to do it a different way, you can figure it out yourself how to get to all these spots. So we're supposed to go down. And now this is section E here. Oh, okay. So we're going to go to section E here. So this is Mount Bethel. This is Bethel Street, and I think this is also Bethel Street right here as well. It turns. Yeah, it's weird how Bethel Street goes. That's the main part of Bethel Street, and then it turns up and goes up this way. So we are following this. Let's see how far do I got to go. I don't think I got to go very far from there, from where I'm at. Trying to make sure I don't go too far either. So I might be in the area now. I think so. Yeah, there it is. So you're going to do like a little zigzag from the crane, and then you're going to walk straight back here, and it's the very last row. So we are according to the map here, that's where we're heading to, 21. And even though it stretches down further down toward, I guess that's Ridge Avenue. So this is Bethel Street. And then right over there, I think it's Ridge Avenue where you see the stop sign. As far as there to the tree, this is known as Veterans Row. So according to this, the land was purchased by the county commissioners for veterans' burials. So that was great of them, the county, to purchase all these, this part of the land right here of this cemetery to bury the hometown heroes, as I call them, because they are hometown heroes here. So we're walking along Veteran Row, and they're from all different wars, but a lot of them look like they're Civil War as well. Most of them are. Let me see what it says. They have these little placards here. Oh, wow. Spanish-American War, Cuba, Philippines. Yeah. Puerto Rico, yeah, this is Spanish-American War. So we have a lot of Spanish-American War soldiers here that served. Yep, Spanish-American, you can see that right there. So those guys right here, almost all these on this row, served in the Spanish-American War. And if you don't know, when we went against Spain, that's how we ended up getting Puerto Rico, the Philippines. Originally we had Cuba, but then they had the revolution and all, and everybody knows that part of history now. They wanted their liberty from the American clutches, I guess. But yeah, this is Veterans Row right here. And it, like I said, it goes down to about near the tree over there by the stop sign. And then from here, we should have just our final stop close by here. If I can get the map to unfurl again. And we should be really close by it. We should really be close by it here. And we are looking for, let's see if I find him. So, oh, there it is. Found it pretty quick this time. So right there is what I was looking for. And it's right here, right beside Veterans Row right here, the final person here. If you're walking down and you find this monument there, the John Bangert, just walk a little bit this way and there is John Conklin Lockard. He was part of Company G, 35th Pennsylvania Infantry, but also one of the men who torched the Columbia-Wrightsville Bridge on June 28th, 1863. So now we have found all the members responsible for the burning of the bridge. You know, as sad as that was, that they had to do it to protect the Confederate soldiers from reaching Lancaster County, and from here they could have just headed up north toward Harrisburg, and who knows how history would have changed even more during the Civil War, because of if they would have conquered Harrisburg, who knows how that would have changed the outcome of the Civil War as well. So we are not too far from the beginning point of this tour, and I hope you enjoyed this tour, and don't be afraid to come to cemeteries and find history for yourself like this as well. Although I might save that for my outro now that I liked what I said. So again, I was here as part of another event that's going on here. And you can still see some of the hearses right here at the entryway of the cemetery. One of them is already pulling off, because I guess it's pretty close to the time where this is over. So I hope you enjoyed this tour here of Mount Bethel Cemetery. As long as we were here, sorry for wobbling the footage here. And I hope you don't fear cemeteries anymore like this, because there is so much great history in these type of cemeteries. I didn't know half of these people. I mean, I knew that some of the members that burned the bridge were buried nearby, but I didn't know it was this specific cemetery. And I hope you enjoyed this tour and this event that we came to. I'll post the name of the event again here at the bottom. I kind of slipped my mind right now with the name of the event. But if you enjoyed this type of content, please consider like, comment, share, subscribe. Mostly subscribe to my channel, and I'll consider doing more of these type of cemetery tours more, to give people more information about places like this and with the type of history that they contain. So, like I always say, go create your own adventure, and I'll see you at the next location.